This can be the most impactful decision you'll ever make, so stay tuned. We just moved to New York City. Why am I mentioning that here? Because it came from a decision we made several years ago. But first, a little history. When Robert and I first got married, we moved to Washington, D.C. We lived there for a little over a year before moving to the suburbs in Maryland. We were there for 28 years. For about 14 of these years, we lived the life of Groundhog Day with few exceptions. Mainly, we would wake up, get to work, take our son to daycare or school when we had him, came home, ate dinner, went to sleep, and did the same thing every single day. We lived for the weekends and dreaded Mondays like a lot of people do. We did take some vacations and traveled the world a little. And I did like my job, but like so many others, we just wanted so much more out of life. We were stuck in a pattern we basically were not in control of our lives. And the reality is, you only get one of them. For us at the time, it was scary to make changes, but even scarier to live a life that we didn't enjoy to its fullest. So we made the risky decision to quit our corporate jobs, and we're both CPAs, and we opened up a running store. Now, it was risky and we were questioned by a lot of our family members and friends, but it did something for us far more important. It forced us to make the most impactful decision of our lives, which is the topic of this video. At that moment, we made the decision to take control of our lives and not rely on our boss to determine our worth. Not to have to clock in and clock out and be told when we had to be at work and when we could leave. Not to ask for vacation time or if we could see our son at his baseball game, to waste 3 hours a day commuting every day, which we did. At that moment, we chose to live the life that we desired, with meaning. Now, we owned the store for 13 years. We've built an awesome community of runners and walkers and had a lot of fun in the process. Oh yeah, and we also had a very successful business. But retail can be very hard, and when we found that we weren't enjoying it anymore, we made the decision to sell the store and move to California. We always wanted to live on the West Coast and see what it had to offer. We lived in a small beach town called Oceanside, about an hour and a half south of Los Angeles and about 40 minutes north of San Diego City. We were 2 blocks from the beach, and you can actually see the beach from our house. We loved our time in Oceanside. We spent nearly 4 years there, and we're so glad that we did it. But being a small beach town, it was a little slow for our liking. Most restaurants and businesses closed by 8 p.m. A little different here in New York City. Needless to say, it was a bit on the quiet side for us. Then we made another big decision. We always loved New York City, so we moved to New York City. The thing is, we're in our 60s now and we didn't want to have any regrets. It's amazing how many people told us we are nuts for moving to New York City. Too costly, taxes are very high, too much crime, too noisy, too fast. Move to Florida, there are no state taxes and the cost of living is cheaper. But here's the thing, we didn't want to move to Florida. Yes, it's cheaper, but again, you only live once. So why not move where we want to move, not where someone else wants us to move? That brings me to another point. When you make the impactful decision to live your own life, you don't care what other people tell you what to do. They can live their own life. I'm not taking that away from them. They can move to Florida, but the thing is, I'm not living their life. I'm living mine, and you need to live yours. I've seen too many people stay in the same job and they just hate it, just because they can retire in 30 years. What kind of life is that? We travel the world, do work that we love to do, and we will move again if it suits us. The thing is, we don't let complacency run our lives. It's so easy to get comfortable, but comfortable doesn't necessarily mean growth. The real thing is to be happy. Don't you want to be happy? Find out what makes you happy and make sure you go get it. Remember, you only live once, so live your best life. If you have any questions, comments, rebuttals, please leave them in the comments below. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more healthy lifestyle videos. To continue your healthy journey, click on the video that just popped up. See you next time.